Dublin Tech Summit. How does it feel to be here?
Of all the places I've been in the world, I've never visited Ireland properly. I've certainly never been to Dublin, so it's fantastic. I didn't know you guys had such incredible weather all the time.
I was about to say you brought the weather with you, thank God. So what are you doing at Dublin Tech Summit? What are you talking about? What's the kind of subject matter of your talk?
Well, I think, my career has traversed a number of different directions in my life, media, technology, things like that. But what I really want to focus on today is much more of what I've done in the technology space and as an entrepreneur. I have a multitude of opportunities to talk about, discuss what I do in media. That's essentially what my daily show is. But getting to talk about tech, getting to talk about being an entrepreneur, I don't get to do that often, and I'm really excited to share that today with the audience at Dublin Tech Summit.
Following on from that, could you give me a little bit of background into your career, where you first started, how you got to where you are today?
Yeah, when I was young, the dream was always to be a more traditional filmmaker, to make feature films, to work in television, to be a part of what I understood media to be, when I was a teenager. And then I just think, I'm very lucky to be born at an opportune time. So as technology really shifted and disrupted what media is and what it's come to represent, I think all I saw in that was sort of opportunity to be a part of whatever's next. And after being a traditional filmmaker for a number of years and working in television for a couple of years, it's when I really got excited about what could happen on the internet and the power of things like, whether it's YouTube or other social media outlets. When you share video there, it's a very different relationship than when you watch content in a cinema, watch a movie in a cinema, and it got me excited in a way that I don't think I could have ever imagined. And that's kind of what pulled me out of the traditional space in media and really fixed me more in the new media landscape.
And is it very kind of different meeting your fan base? Obviously you have a huge interaction online, but do you feel like, is it a lot different meeting them face to face? Do you feel like you need to do a little bit more, or is it kind of the same thing? Do you react and act the same way?
It's like being a radio DJ. When you're a radio DJ, you're only ever talking to a microphone. Yeah. And it's hard to imagine the thousands of people on the other side of those speakers. And when I make movies, it's just mostly me sitting in my apartment or sitting in my office, staring at a computer screen editing. So whenever I go to events like this, it's an opportunity to get to actually see that, real humans are watching the stuff that I make.
And from when you first started, Casey, has technology changed a lot? Do you find yourself using even more technology, or do you still see that the old traditional methods are still very valuable in what you do?
Well, technology makes the process easier, and every year it seems to get easier, faster internet speeds, from the software end, things like the way YouTube works and distributes content, the speed at which you can watch it, and the resolution. So all that makes it better. And then, camera technology as well. It's gotten a lot easier for the hardware to get out of the way. Now a camera that fits in my hand looks as good as a camera that would fit in a truck 20 years ago. And that's been really wonderful. I think what hasn't changed though are things like, good cinematography and good storytelling, whether that's, shot on celluloid or that's shot on your cell phone, that's still the most important thing, and that won't change no matter what the technology is that's capturing it or sharing it.
And you review a lot of stuff, a lot of products on your channel, and you get a lot of stuff in. What do you most look forward to these days, and what are you looking forward to in the future?
I think the only thing that I really struggle with on the day-to-day is an actual computer. I wish there was a computer that worked better. I edit off a laptop, and I go through laptops so quickly. The amount of data that these cameras can capture is so quickly exceeding what a portable computer can process. I can shoot 4K and these big beautiful files on my camera, but then I plug them into my rinky-dink laptop and it just can't handle it. So I would love for that to catch up. For me, technology is nothing more than an obstruction, something that stands between the stories I want to tell or perspectives I want to share in my audience. So I have a total love-hate relationship with technology. The best technology will just get the hell out of the way and let me make movies.
And is it hard to keep yourself inspired doing so much, or do you find yourself that you just say, oh, I'm going to talk about that today, or is it off the cuff?
We going this way? Yeah. No, I think inspiration's overrated. I think hard work is what matters. I know the lazier I get, the less inspired I am, and the busier I am, the easier it is to come up with ideas. So it's hard for me to think of those two things as not being mutually exclusive. Inspiration comes the harder I work. The more I think about it, the harder it is to find reasons to create.
And did you find any kind of creative content producers around Dublin yourself when you were here?
I mean, Dublin's amazing, but it was just a total panic for me to try to take in as much as I could in the very narrow time frame I've had here. I'd have loved to have had a few weeks here to really embrace Ireland and Dublin and get to know the place, but you can still see a lot in a day.
So Casey, mobility is obviously key these days. You travel around the world. You're here in Dublin coming from America. How important is connectivity and the use of mobile now when it wouldn't have been nearly a few years ago?
I think it's everything. I don't know the exact number, but it's the majority of my views are viewed on mobile. So I think connectivity is everything. And the idea, I was trying to imagine to explain what it'd be like to explain to my younger self that you'd have in your pocket a slab of glass that's like a high-def camera, a super high-resolution movie screen, and a global distribution mechanism. But yet like we all have our cell phones, and that's exactly what this is. So for me, I don't know if there's been a more instrumental technological advancement that's affected my career more than a device like this.
And have you had a time to look at the schedule, any other of the speakers? Are you going to check out anything else?
I have to say, I've been walking around Dublin now for 12 hours, and the sheer amount of people that have stopped me asking about the Dublin Tech Summit has been overwhelming. So whatever you're doing it right. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Because there's just such enthusiasm in the city right now for the event.